Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll run on first down. Parnell. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
The throw over the middle, taken in, and able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 17 yards and a first down for Philly.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end, and he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, third down. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. On third down, Parnell. And he's got this down to the 35. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. On 2nd and 2, Haskins throwing right, and that's complete. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 16.
Like so many tight ends nowadays, they have no problem at all putting him in the slot and letting him go to work, and that's a nice pitch and catch right there for a first down.
On first down, Parnell. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Haskins. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
A few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Charles, a little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback, because when he's not being hit, as you mentioned, they're moving the ball well.
And his kick is indeed good. And the Eagles, they take a 3-0 lead. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Check out. Ready. Watch the run. They're running it. 12.
56 to Mike.
Go.
Coming in.
On first down, Love. Wide open receiver complete. There he goes right side. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. A big play there. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Bills have taken the lead. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll be stopped just shy of the 25 with a penalty marker down. Here's the call. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
So after the face mask, they get to start all the way up past the 35 now.
He's checking.
On first down, it's Haskins. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
A lot of discussion in the offseason about him having a big year and getting to the quarterback. They held him without a sack in week 1, but how about here? Finally gets his first one of the season.
In the offseason, said he changed his diet, leaner, feels so good this year. Excited to see what type of a season he can have. On second down, Parnell. Give him 2 yards that time, and it's going to leave him with a 3rd and 11 situation.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. 3rd down. Here's Haskins. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And they will begin with, should we call it, far from ideal starting field position, their own 2-yard line.
So what's your definition of ideal?
The 1-yard line on the other side of the field.
Yes, exactly right. So, yes, your definition is apropos in this case.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now they try the right side here. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
3rd down and 11.
Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down.
12. Mike's 56.
From the end zone, Love. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 11, and he'll score. Touchdown, Eagles. Charles, I'm looking at you, and understandably, your mouth is wide open in disbelief. What were they thinking?
That's going to be one of the great mysteries, but I do know this. When they went out on offense, I will guarantee they told them, don't just make anticipatory throws. Make sure you see it before you throw it. Didn't happen here.
Trying to protect that lead, and now they gave it up. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
Here we go. Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
Fresh off the pick six, it's Locke. This short throw caught by Goddard, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
11.
Locke on 3rd down, and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Eagles defense gets a pick 6 TD. And the big boy, dare I say, he showed some athleticism there.
Oh, without a doubt. And you know what else we saw on that play? Why they do more and more ball drills in practice. They want everyone proficient with catching the football and being comfortable, because you never know when a big play like this will happen for a big man.
The post-game locker room, does he get an extra drumstick?
He was going to get that anyway. He may get the whole spread now.
Yeah, put some gravy on there. Fielded about a yard deep. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Back to throw, Luck. And Luck will be intercepted for a 3rd time. Picked off at the 39. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. They'll run on 1st down. Parnell trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now Haskins to throw on 2nd down. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. 10 yards there and an Eagle 1st down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's go.
On 2nd down, here's Haskins. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
The Eagles on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. From the gun, Haskins on third down. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. Here's Bradley Pinion now as he'll punt it away for the second time. Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. And he'll be upended after a gain of 5, up to the 25-yard line.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. Now a handoff working right. Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down.
You better be afraid of me. 56, Mike.
From the gun, here's Love. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line. A big play here for Buffalo. 41 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now Luck. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he'll go down at the 28. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the Eagles' 28-yard line.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a 1st down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this. They still playing soft.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll fake it. Now Love. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. They'll get nothing out of that one, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down.
He's out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
The Bills on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
Let's go, defense. Here we go. Call. Mike 56.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his 2nd week of the regular season.
Here we go.
Escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays. Yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Haskins. And Diggs has it. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A gain there of 21 yards. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only...
Haskins hit, and he lost the football. And the Bills have recovered.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So, should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you've got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
Here's Locke. Oh, he's able to out-muscle him here as he pulls it in. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Watch tight. Tight is right. 4 down. Check.
A shotgun snap for Locke. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. Good work after the catch, going to net him 23 and a first. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down.
It's out of time, guys. Out of time. Let's get off the field.
Out of the gun, Locke. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves them with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now they try the right side here. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Third and 2, Locke.
Let's go. You tighten up.
Filling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Okay, Coach. Appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain there of 21 yards. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. And to give this time to the tailback. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
Well, that wasn't exactly a thing of beauty. I know they completed the pass, but look at the yardage lost. I mean, who does that make happy?
That's why I don't play in PPR points per reception fantasy leagues right there.
You'd be really
You don't deserve
upset,
anything
right?
for that.
But you get credit for it? Is that how that works?
Yeah.
Well, I know whoever has this team's defense, they were happy about that play.
56 the mic. 56 is the mic. Focus defense. Hey, Foxtrot, Foxtrot. Mike, 56, right there, 56. 1 second.
From the 50, it's long. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 30. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 10 yards there and an Eagle 1st down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Throwing now, Haskins on 1st down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Haskins will throw. And he will find his man on the outside. It's a gain of 16 and an Eagle 1st down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10.
A gain of 26 yards. And an Eagle 1st down.
Haskins and the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Haskins looking to throw on 1st down. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Auden Tate, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. To throw is Love. He's got Dallas Goedert, his tight end, over the middle. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his 2nd catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their 3rd corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on and
nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
They had the right down and the definite distance to take a shot downfield, but it didn't work out the way that they had envisioned.
No, that's a situation where if you take a sack close to the line of scrimmage, it's not that bad, but a loss like that, you can't take a sack there.
Yeah, absolutely. The one thing you cannot do, they did.
56, Mike, 56, right there.
Throwing on 3rd down, Love. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. It's a gain of 13 and a Buffalo 1st down. Luck now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
56 to Mike, boy, 56. Check 56. Danny. Alert 3. Let's go, Mexico.
Love. And he will find his man on the outside. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
At the 39-yard line.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch. Good for 8 yards.
Keep it up, guys. 56 to Mike. 56 is to Mike.
Here's Love. Wide open receiver complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. Luck going to bring him up 1st and 10. And he's hit on all 5 of his pass attempts on this drive so far.
Mike 56, Mike 56. Watch the run.
From the red zone now, Love. Open man is Samuel, complete. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball.
Exactly right. Got the guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Check right. Watch it, 5. Here we go.
2nd down and goal. Luck. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal.
Mike, 55.
Luck now to throw. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down. The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal.
56 to Mike. 56 is to Mike. We own them. We own five.
Here we go on 4th. Rock. And no, it's incomplete. The run is turned away on 4th and goal from the 2. And this Eagle defense stands tall down near the goal line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keeper. And a loose football. And the Bills have recovered. Not the trend he wanted to start the season with a fumble lost in both weeks 1 and 2. Now, it's not a disaster, but certainly not what he was looking for.
Got to get that fixed because otherwise he shows up on every scouting report. I remember sitting in defensive rooms and hearing the scouting report from my coaches, and if someone had a particular problem carrying the ball and holding on to it, that was noted. Hey, make sure you get a little extra attention to him. Get after the football. He's dropped it the last couple of games.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Big stop on the turnover on downs to get the football back, and now it's just all about salting this one away.
Yeah, just slowly bleed the clock away. Clock's definitely on your side. And, you know, when we talk about analytics in the game, what is this one? Advanced win metrics? Because if you take care of the football here, bleed the clock down with about 95% chance of winning.
Oh, yeah, I'd say 95 or better. And I know you always say it, every coach does. It's just protecting the football at this point.
Yeah, knowing that the defensive guys, they're coming after the ball more than they are the person. They want to knock it free.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Now Haskins on 1st down, and he will find his man on the end route, complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a gain of 16 and an Eagle 1st down.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. It's an Eagles 1st down on a gain of 11.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Check 13. Check 13. Hey, turn it up.
On 1st down, Parnell. Give the tackle to Hassan Reddick. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they bend over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys are just saying, let's just keep running it out, and we've got them now.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, as it turned out. Couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
Now it's Haskins. Firing And quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down. So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. This to make it a 3-score game late. And his kick is good. And that'll push the lead up to 17. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
Hey, a simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position. We were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence. Not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
And this time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Luck taking a shot for Samuel. And that's caught inside the 30. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now Luck. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
Hey, Team 6. Team 6.
Here's Luck. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Again, Luck. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. From 3 yards out. And the Bills get a bit closer.
Well, if you've got him in your fantasy league, you like his production, his 2nd touchdown of the game. But right now, his team is trailing. Fortunately, he's playing pretty well and trying to keep them in it.
Yeah, they might need a little more from him here.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they continue to call his number. Right now, he needs his defense to step up and give him a chance.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column.
Set, ready? 18, Gator. You don't know no better. Set, go.
And they'll indeed take a knee. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Now this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. They go play action with Haskins. It's complete to Diggs. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. You'd have to think likely another running play coming here, 2nd and 11. Haskins going to try to throw it. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. Here's Haskins to throw. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And finally taken down at the 44-yard line. A big pickup there for the Eagles' first down, 18 yards. What a throw right there for the first down. He has taken some real punishment in this game, but still standing in the pocket completing that one.
He's a flat-out warrior. There's no question about that. How about him stepping up into the teeth of the rush and delivering there for that big strike and that big pickup?
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
They'll keep it on the ground. Parnell, he can't get him down. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and just like that, it's 3rd down. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for the Eagles, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Bills, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.